She's sorry. And I'm crying, she's crying. It's an emotional mess. And she kept saying, I'm sorry, and it bothered me because I am so sorry that I don't see anything she has to be sorry for. Because I never loved her, never pursued to be like Christ. I was never thankful, never happy. Nothing was ever good enough. And she went the extra mile and pursued peace for 13 years, and it was never enough. And I was a selfish, miserable, lost man that needed born again. And now she's holding me saying she's sorry. And I said, Kim, you got to stop saying you're sorry. There's nothing to be sorry for. Are you kidding me? I've been wanting to tell you. And it was so emotional. It was a messy scene. And she looked me dead in the eyes and said, no, I am sorry. I said, what could you possibly be sorry for? She said, for never loving you in prayer. All I ever did was pray for God to change you because I knew if He changed you, it would make my day better. And He couldn't answer that prayer and leave me that way because it's not who He is. And then I said, can I renew my wedding vow to you? She said, you mean there's hope for this marriage? I said, oh, I am finally ready to love you. And I know that I love you. And she said, really? I said, I am so ready to be one with you. I would be honored. Can I renew my wedding vow? She said, okay. Because this was all spontaneous. I'm 7 weeks old in the Lord, and I apparently have a vow in me because I didn't know this was coming. But it just came right out of my heart. Now, God, listen to the vow I gave her at 7 weeks old in the Lord because of the revelation God was doing in me. I held her little shoulders. I looked her right in the eyes. I said, Kim, you owe me nothing in this marriage. See, that'll get a psychologist to want to crucify you right there. Because the marriage is 50-50, you know, and God made men a certain way and women a certain way, and they have certain needs, and you have to meet those needs, and you have to make sure that your spouse is fully equipped, taken care of, and fulfilled. And if you don't, you're failing them, and they have a reason to not be okay, and you're that reason, so get a grip, pal. That's weird and twisted. Stop listening to that teaching. God made everybody the same, His image, male and female. I found it, first Genesis chapter 1, first chapter of Genesis, verse 27, both male and female, His image. His image is love. I looked at her eyes and I said, you owe me nothing in this marriage but to receive the love of God from me. And as long as I draw breath on this earth, I will serve you in His unfailing love. She said, okay. I just held her. Well, first I said, and I need a pen and paper, and I want to write your vow down and hold you to it. Now see, wouldn't that have messed up a God moment? I just gave her my vow, because I love you never says, do you love me? I love you very simply says, I love you. And that's what it says. I love you. Forgive them, Father. They have no clue what they're doing.